Greetings, our valued travel partners. I cannot, it never gets old, folks. I absolutely love, love that song. I'm just a frustrated actress. What can I tell you? Welcome, everybody. Carmen Roy, VP of Sales. And by the way, what do I always say? It's always technical. So let's talk about being technical. So, first and foremost, I'm at home again, not in the studio. So I know I look a little closer. I got to find out. Some people say, oh, yeah, I want to see your face. I want to be as far away as possible. That's why I love the studio. But guess, oh my God, Wanda from Jerusalem, Israel. Oh my, that is probably the farthest away I have seen any of our Canada. Susan from Newfoundland. So I'm in Miami, hot Miami, which is beautiful. McAlpin, Florida. Karen, I've never heard of McAlpin. I'm going to write that down because I want to know where you are. And of course, prayers for all of us that this little hurricane thing is. I like to blow it away because I'm done. I don't want to hurt our business. So let's talk about this new platform. You guys asked for it. But by the way, here's the thing. Well, when Marsha gets on, we'll talk about it. You asked for it. So everybody has been very, very frustrated because we have had consumers on, right? Guests have been enjoying our Connect with Princess webinars. And these are travel partner exclusives. It's proprietary information that we want to share with you. So your feedback was figure it out. Hi from hot Maryland. Hello, Joan. Figure it out. Well, we figured it out because Joe is brilliant, right? He's a brilliant guy. Joe Franco, he's Oz behind, the wizard behind the curtain. And so we have a new platform. So this is only travel partners. You had to register for it through OneSource. Absolutely last minute fun. And of course, it's always technical. So there was an issue, an error. So we had to send out a new invite. So when I get the counts, something tells me everybody's going to go on the old link, kind of like I did, right? And I got that 404 error, which is loads of fun. So moving right along, because I know Marsha is controlling it, because Lord forbid I control anything. So always available. We got the team. We got Cindy. We got Stephanie. Oh my goodness. We got everybody doing what they need to do to ask all of your questions and they will answer the ones they can. And then, of course, we always pick some. So stay to the end. You know, it's a live transcript available on Facebook. And yes, we are recording it. We always start with this because we want you to know you can find all of our webinars. Listen, I have great respect for your time. We know how busy you are selling Princess Cruises. So just go if you can't get to the very end, but I know you will because guess what? Marsha, you're back.
I'm
Marsha,
back.
it's great. No
Hi,
more vacations
Carmen.
for you, Marsha. No more vacations for you. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm great. I'm
You are
fantastic.
more than great, my friend.
I hope everybody had a great Labor Day.
Labor
We did.
Day. Can you imagine we're in September already? What does
I
that mean?
know.
What have I been saying for months? I cannot wait till after Labor Day. All the kids back to school. It's like most wonderful time of the year when they go back to school and people can
Who have
get
we
back to
turned
having life.
into? Who have we turned
How
into? We
sad is
had
that,
kids and
right?
now we like have no patience.
I'm like a Grinch. I'm a Grinch. Back to school, back to business. By the way, our phones are ringing off the hook. Off the hook. But wait, before we start, the insider scoop about the medallions, because we had Miles last webinar, which was fantastic. I'm back at home because guess what? Attilio Ferrara, my executive assistant, lovingly known as Emily Andy, and he calls me Miranda, is on vacation again. Marsha, he's on vacation again. He was in Italy 2 weeks ago. Now he's celebrating his birthday. It's tomorrow. Like seriously, Attilio, you're
I
in
think
Napa.
he kind of deserves it. He deserves
You
it too.
deserved it too, and you worked on your birthday. What's wrong with this? I worked on my birthday. Actually, no, I took it off because it was a Saturday. But you worked on your birthday.
I
Huh?
did.
Should I
It
fire him?
happens.
That's all. You're
It
fired,
happens.
Emily Andy. Whatever. Yeah, but he gets back and he's here for 3 days and then he goes back to Italy because his brother's getting married. What kind of excuse is that? Really? I'm just joking. You know, I'm joking. I say
Family
family first
first.
always.
Family first.
Always. Health is wealth, family first always. It's always technical. We're selling boat rides here. We're not curing cancer. I want everybody to remember that. So it is technical. And I know Joe always sweats it. I'm like, can you relax? It's all good. But let's get to it because our
Yes.
insider scoop. Finally, Chris, I know Canada medallions. Are you happy? We're shipping starting
Yes,
September 25th. And Miles did a great deep dive on this. So,
he
quite
did.
frankly, and you can enjoy the green lane, which is streamlined embarkation. But he did a deep dive because people get so worried about it. Am I on the green lane? Am I on a blue
Yes,
lane? You know, it's like no super for
yeah.
you, no cruiser for you. No, there is a cruise for you. Relax, everybody. We have
So
revamped it all.
we have. I think the important piece to remind just everybody on this slide is that starting September 25th is when you'll start to see this opportunity. But it's going to be for voyages that are 13 days away or more from September 25th because we need time to be able to ship the medallion to you.
Lily's excited. I'm excited too. And my God, we had somebody from Israel. That's amazing. And I know we had somebody from Puerto Rico. Buenas tardes in Puerto Rico. I'm blowing that hurricane away. Okay. So it's not going to touch you. You're going to be fine. We'll be having mofongo this weekend and some good rum, some
We
Bacardi. I
waited a
don't even drink
long
rum.
time for this for medallions
I
in
know
Canada.
we did.
Super excited.
Oh, Canada. And I always say 2 weeks later. I think it's fantastic. And we've got it wired. Now, this is exciting. Just announced
It
in
is.
port events. Yeah. We
Yes.
call them
So
port events. I'm like, isn't that ship inspections? Like, why do we
ship
call it port
visit
events?
in port. It's in the port and it's an event.
I know, but ship
But
inspections is what
ship
everybody else calls it.
ship inspections,
We're
AKA, it says it
complicated.
there. We covered it. I'm going to shout out Anthony Vispiani, who championed this for us and got this open for us on OneSource. So, what you're used to for import events is getting an invite from your business development manager. But we realize it's important that we capture all of our travel advisors that are in the area. You might be a host, agency that has multiple people in different areas all over the world, and we're not privy to that information. So now it is going to be available to you to sign up on OneSource. So it's fantastic that it's opening up. You can pick the date, the location. You'll see when we're going to have them, and then you can fill out the request for whatever date works for you. So we're really
This is
excited
huge.
about
This
opening
is
that up to
huge.
everybody.
Huge,
So
Marcia,
again,
huge, huge, huge. Because you
yes,
you mentioned a couple things. Number one, and I'll say ship inspections because that's just I can't help myself.
yeah.
Port events. Thank you to Anthony for getting this done. It took him long enough, right? I'm just joking. I'm joking, Anthony. I'm sure he watches. But the other part of it, which is really exciting, is the reality that we know our business has changed. I've talked about that, right? We did a
Yes,
paradigm shift in our sales structure to better serve our travel agency distribution channel because after the C word, I call it the coma, right?
yeah.
It's the pause, it's the coma, it's I'm sick of the C word. Most people think I'm sick of you too, Carmen. I start with C, but I know I won't take it personally. The reality is we have more travel advisors that are working from home and in our host channel, right? So it
Correct.
is growing. People that are new to our business, and you're located all over North America. Because let me remind you, we have ships also in Canada when they do visit. So, really important. And I just love this because now it's automated. Everybody can come, and I promise the team knows whoever it is that escorts you that day. We're one big family. So, this is
Yes.
applause. Fantastic.
So,
Thank
and
you.
catch
Thank
the
you.
note. It's under OneSource, OneSourceCruises.com, and under the area of training. That's where you'll find the list.
Because that's what it is. It's,
Yeah,
it's,
it is
it
training.
is your ability to see the hardware and experience some software experience on board, right? Which I think is
Yes,
great. And then we throw in a free lunch. There's no such thing as a free lunch, by the way.
I know. It's a learning lunch.
I love that. I like that. I like that. Awesome. This is fun. I know we're going to get to Japan 2025, but
Yes,
theme cruises. I mean, Broadway's my middle name. Not. How absolutely exciting is this? Because we actually have a guest that's going to talk about these theme cruises. We had
yes,
such success. We even had a seminar at sea at one of the theme cruises earlier this year out of Galveston that was so successful. I mean, we got such incredible feedback and comments, and I'm thrilled that we're just expanding this with the amazing entertainment team, Denise. And I know we have our special guest, so hopefully we have an intro.
we do.
Look at Chris Nicholson, manager. Oh my God, regional programming in Asia. That's a lot. That's a big title. I'm nothing. I'm just VP sales. Thank God.
I like
Amen.
that.
Is
Is that
that
a cow suit? What
that's
is that?
so? It's a
That
Looks
is
like
my
princess
was a
suit.
sea witch.
puppies in the Piazza onesie.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah,
I
that we
love it.
launched. We rebranded our puppies in the Piazza this summer. And then, as you can see, there I am in my Stanley vest with Stanley and Mac the Moose when I was visiting our ships this summer and advising all of our fabulous teammates and crew what we deliver in Alaska. So it's a very successful summer so far.
Chris, I
Love it.
love that.
Love
And by
that
the way, I love
picture.
your glamour shot. Ooh, mine is like 10 years old because I can't get a good picture to save my life, but it's okay.
That's
I'm
the
gonna talk
all
to you
my
later about
cruises
where I can get a
taken well.
onesie.
Oh, the onesies are very popular.
I'd say so. Beautiful. So
So,
we're
Chris,
excited.
yeah, tell us a little bit about
Excellent.
yourself. How long you've been with Princess?
I've been with Princess 35 years this September.
Wow.
I
What
started
day in September, Chris? I don't believe it. 35
September
years.
September 29th. I started as an entertainer, then I became a cruise director, launched some of our ships, inaugural cruises. Then I came shoreside, managed crew staff, managed passenger programs, music, and now enrichment.
Wow.
35 years.
That's
I think
amazing.
only Lisa Syme, right, Marsha? I think it probably
Yeah,
beats
40,
Chris.
right? Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 40 this year for her. So let me ask you a question because you said you started as an entertainer.
Mhm.
What's your talent?
I was
They didn't
the
tell you we
lead,
were going to get personal, right?
the
Hello.
lead vocalist in the
Oh,
shows.
you can sing?
Mhm. And my little claim to fame is that I was the last cruise director when we bid her farewell. I was the cruise director on the Pacific Princess, sailing out of New
Oh,
York with our dear Gavin. And I
Uh,
sang the Love Boat on Good Morning America that year.
wow.
whoa. OMG. This is the part I love, right? Because I get to meet all our colleagues, and I'm pretty rarely, I'm pretty new, right? Right, Marcia?
Yeah,
What, 15
yeah,
minutes? I've been here 15
yeah.
minutes, Chris. You've been here 35. Happy anniversary, September 29th. I'm going to remember that. And by then,
That's
we'll have
pretty incredible.
medallions in Canada. That is it. Now, can I ask you another question before we go on to talk about
Yes.
theme cruises? Marsha and Joe hate when I do this, but I really like to get personal. I'm a frustrated Oprah. Harpo, Oprah. Think Carmen Nemrak, spelled backwards, right? It's all good. So I got to ask you because I always find this is the curiosity. Obviously, you were on board for how many years? Sailing
Uh,
the seven
19.
seas. It's a long time. That transition from sea to land base, how difficult was it? That's a big, big transition.
It was difficult learning how to cook and make a bed. And
Whoops.
yeah, because that's we're very lucky. We've got great team members on board who support the crew and the officers. So my bed was made. I would walk into lunch or dinner, and 15 minutes later, I'd be on stage because that's the life that we lead when we're on board the ship. But yeah, it was a little tough. All of a sudden getting my land legs. But we have a great team at Princess Cruises in Santa Clarita. Obviously our leader is Denise Savis, and she is fantastic with all of us. Again, Denise came from ships as well, so we've got that sea salt, sea witch through our veins.
A beautiful
Amazing.
reality. I think that's amazing. And again, congratulations. I'm assuming
Thank
you
you.
live in Santa Clarita or in California
I live
somewhere?
south of Santa Clarita in beautiful downtown Burbank.
Beautiful. I remember Bob Barker. Isn't that where The Price is Right used to come from? Burbank,
It is.
Yeah,
It
California.
and
is.
Johnny Carson. Yeah,
Oh, and we just lost Bob, and we also lost
yeah.
Jimmy Buffett. Since I'm thinking entertainment, you're making me, think. Okay, keep it going. It's all about you,
Here we
Chris.
go.
So great to get to know you.
All right. So to the point, we have improved our California coastals, whether they are sailing from San Francisco or Los Angeles. We've got some great cruises coming up. The wine and food, of course, celebrating the Wagner family, which are the wines we now have on board. Um, we are the California coast, and we do have tours for our guests that can go and visit these vineyards as well. We've got wine tastings, food and wine pairings. You know, our team, our food and beverage team, do an excellent job at delivering a fantastic uh, food and wine experience on board. So imagine taking it to the next level where now you are engaging with experts on board. It really is fantastic. So this really is something special. So if you are a wine connoisseur, or perhaps you just like wine generally, you're going to learn an awful lot and take your experience and education up to the next level. So again, this is on our beautiful new Discovery Princess sailing October 1st, 6 day
Okay, so
cruise.
stop right there. Stop right
Mhm.
there, Chris. And Marcia, no, because you have my favorite wine right there,
I was going to
Camus.
say, I spy something that will excite
I
Carmen.
Spy, Carmen's favorite. And the Wagner family. So there will be Wagner family members on this October 1st cruise.
There will be representatives on board, the
Represent.
best of the
Okay.
best. Let's put it that way.
Is
No guest.
Mr. Wagner single? I just need to know. Like, don't laugh. I'm asking for real. He's the
A
patriarch,
composer?
right? Is he? Is he single? Do you know? You don't know? He's not
No,
going to
I,
answer
I
that. Okay. Well, the reason I ask is we did oh, Michelle, you did it. Definitely want to do that itinerary again. So, Michelle, it's interesting because I'm getting off Discovery Princess apparently October 1st. I'm on that voyage
Oh,
before.
you are. Yeah, you
I
are,
might,
Carmen. You
I
need to
think I
continue
might be
sailing.
enticed, right? Right?
wow.
Hmm.
Marsha, I'm
Excellent.
telling you,
Yeah.
this is going to be, I'm just putting it right here, that I can't have a vacation yet, but I just have to work from, and we have great internet on board. So, Wi-Fi, I'm connected. October 1. Whew,
Don't
that's
miss it.
my cruise. Beautiful.
Great.
Phenomenal.
Amazing.
I
But
love
we
it.
Next
have more.
up. Again, now the Jefferson
Yes.
family lines, and again, a connection with Princess for many, many years now. But demystifying winemaking. A lot of regulars like me, you just get the bottle and you don't know the story behind the bottle. So understanding where wines come from, and then of course we are in this era now of being friendly and organic and everything that goes with it. Let's be kind to the earth. You're going to learn an awful lot from our wine connoisseurs and experts on board as well. And this is a great cruise, the beautiful Sapphire Princess, which I was the inaugural cruise director in Australia for Sapphire. She's a beautiful ship. She's going to be sailing October the 8th. And as you can see, we're going to be sailing all the way from Vancouver back down to Los Angeles with a great little stop in San Diego, because there's nothing cooler than being in Southern California than visiting San Diego. But again, putting all of this together with an incredible team on board. And don't forget, now we've got our sommeliers on board. Every Princess ship is at least 3 or 4 sommeliers who we brought this program on starting at the beginning of last year. So every ship has sommeliers who can take your wine experience to the next level. And they'll chat with you. It's not a case of, here's the wine list, what would you like? They will really involve you and give you a fantastic experience. So again,
So,
taking this whole
Chris,
wine experience is fantastic.
I got to interject here because not every cruise company has sommeliers. You know what I mean? I mean, that's reality. I've been on some competitors that will have your waiter pour your wine. They probably don't know
Mhm.
anything about the vintage, right? And that
Exactly.
expertise. So when I was on Caribbean Princess with my family over the New Year's holiday, our guy in Vines, he actually scheduled a wine tasting for us. It was amazing. He
Mhm.
had so much information. It really, truly, truly, truly takes that expertise to a whole new level. And let me tell you why it's so important. So, I happen to love wine, but I don't think I'm an expert, even though my mentor, Bob Dickinson, is. So that's how I learned to drink wine. So my husband and I, don't make fun of us, Chris, okay? We joined all these wine clubs after our first time at Napa. And ironically, Attilio Ferrara is in Napa. He better bring me something back. Forget his birthday present. And can I tell you? So we ordered this club of wines and we'd open the red and there was all this soot in the bottom every time we were decanting it, right? My husband's like, I cannot believe it. We're spending a fortune for this membership and it's all bad wine. So he gets on that 1-800 number and they're like, sir, that is an aged wine and it's actually very, very good. I'm like, oh my God, we're such neophytes, right? So I'll tell you, that's what I love about these, incredible themed wine and food experiences because you really learn so much every time I'm
Yeah.
on, having experts guide you through it. And I know what I like, right? The palate is a very special thing, but it lets you expand your horizon. So
Mhm.
absolutely excited. These got
And
to
I'm
be
like you,
sold out.
Carmen. I don't know a whole lot about wines other than the ones that I like. Like, I know which ones are really good for me. But my team, I have some wine connoisseurs on my team, and they love the wine offerings on our ships. Like, we have a really expansive offering of different excellent wine selections. So
Yes, we do.
it's a no-brainer.
Someone just had a question. It was really good. So, on these themed cruises, do guests have to pay extra for the dinners, wine tasting, and pairings? Because these are special events.
So we're going to follow up with that question just to be sure we don't disappoint anybody. Of course, they're going to be very, very popular. So stand by for that answer and we'll pop it into the chat a bit later.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
thank
Thank
you.
you, Jerry. You'll get an answer.
All right. Here we go.
Now we're talking. Where's my picture? Why am I not on there?
You're glam on your own. You're
Do you
fine
know
on
Scott Bale? Chris, do you know Scott Bale personally? I ask this everybody on these webinars.
No,
I, I
no, I don't.
I'm a
I
stalker.
believe he
Okay.
actually made a small appearance back in the day on the Love Boat. I could be
He
wrong here
did.
because
He
we
did.
had Tom
Mhm.
Hanks, we had Marie Osmond, Donny Osmond, Sid Charisse, you Betty White, all those stars of the Love Boat, which that's our connection to the Hollywood Insiders here, which is a
Right.
nice
Love it.
segue. And that's why we kept this Hollywood Insiders theme going, because of that Love Boat connection. We started this a few years ago. It was popular, but now we're expanding it. Instead of just having one guest presenter, we're kind of having, a theme per se. So what we've done is we're bringing some fantastic 80s prime time, although we do know that these actors were actually in the show in the late 70s when it was just starting to come into its own. So what we've done is we brought some great faces, names that everybody recognizes. Of course, Linda Gray, JR's long-suffering wife, Sue Ellen, will be there. Her niece, Aka Lucy Ewing, Charlene Tilton, will be on board. And a gentleman who, which I love Dallas, but I was a teenager watching it, but I didn't realize or remember he was in it. But Blue Lagoon,
Blue
Right.
Lagoon, you
That's
read
what
my
I
mind.
know him
Christopher
from.
Atkins.
Yeah.
That's what I know him from
Yeah.
with Brooke Shields.
Christopher
Brooke
Atkins.
Shields.
He had a little fling with Sue Ellen.
Ooh.
And then, of course, Sherry J. Wilson, who is an absolute delight. I've been working with these people now for a few weeks, getting them on board. And these guests will be there. They're on vacation too. So we want to remind everybody that they're on vacation too. There will be opportunities for guests to have their photographs taken with them. But there will be
Great.
an interview / Q&A with these fantastic people, followed by a photo opportunity / book signing or photo signing as well. And then there's going to be a couple of little things in between that will have them on board as well. But they're very
Super fun.
excited to be on board. There's
I
lots of
love
different
this
connections.
theme.
Colin Tilton was in the Love Boat 4 times.
I love
Can you believe it?
I
Yes.
can
I
actually.
want your job, Chris. You had such a fun, exciting job. Oh my God, this is a passion. I love
Oh,
it.
trust me, I will be carrying bags when these folks arrive in Vancouver. I will be the bag carrier. Trust me.
I
I
love it.
know that. I'll be
And the
on board.
music, beautiful Majestic, sailing
It is.
October 3rd.
The Majestic, of course, slightly different Royal class ship, but some beautiful little nooks and crannies on that ship, especially forward the Hollywood Pool area. And she just is a beautiful, beautiful ship. So again, sailing down from Vancouver, a little stopover over there in Victoria, and then of course down to
Beautiful.
LA. And it's a nice time of the year, beginning, October 3rd. It's a
Starting
beautiful
to cool
time
off.
sailing down, as we all know.
Gorgeous.
All right.
I did too, Michelle. I grew up watching Dallas too. Oh my,
Yes.
love it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I know.
behind the scenes. This I like.
So we with our vice president Denise Savas, we thought, we have such a strong connection here with Princess, with the behind the scenes. Our scenery is designed here in LA. It's made around the country. It's actually made up there in old Canada as well. But we thought how fun it would be to actually have some of our local connections, if you like, talk about that, what goes on behind the scenes. So Michael Westmore, who you see there with that huge fake hand, he's an Oscar winner. He won the Oscar for the movie starring Cher called Mask.
I remember that. That's a good movie.
Yeah, a great movie. Also, so many Star Trek credits as well, from the movies to the TV show there. Johnny Spence, again, is quite well known in that circle of behind the scenes. Chucky the Bride, he was part of that team that brought her to life. Johnny Spence, again, got lots of credits to his name of different TV shows as well. Tim Buachiren, makeup artist to Janet Jackson, Black Panther, the lead actors and actresses in that show. So, and he's going to be talking about, little tips of the trade, little tricks. Michael Westmore has been with us before. He brought a lady onto the stage and literally with makeup, he took 10 years off her.
Transformed her.
Oh, really?
Tricks.
That's what I need, Marcia.
How do we get on that one, Chris? How do we get on that one?
Forget the cruise. Can I bring him home and do this before every webinar? I mean, I desperately need him.
This is a short cruise. So it's Seattle, a sea day,
Beautiful.
Victoria, and then into Vancouver. So a beautiful short cruise. But for anyone that's really interested in meeting, because you're going to get to meet these people with a meet and greet as well. It's
Right.
always great to pick up some tips. Or I know, these guys are great with giving people contacts and, tips of, this is what you should do if
Love
you're
it.
thinking about going into this career. So
Love
something
it.
different. We've never done it before. With 3, Michael, we've had on board, but with 3, we think it really will be a great experience. Plus, we're going to have the movies on board and the TV shows,
Yeah.
just like we will do with Dallas as well. Some of the famous episodes from Dallas.
I love that pairing.
Fabulous.
Okay, October 16th on the Crown, everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be
I
a
could
lot of
just
fun.
stay on the whole month of October and do all of these. You do realize that. What a shucks.
Music, as we heard just a little while ago, that we know Carmen's favorite song is The Love Boat, written by Charles Fox, of course. We've had Charles Fox on these cruises in the past, part of our music connection. This time, we thought we'd really build this up. So Al Jardine, one of the original members of the Beach Boys, Help Me Rhonda. That's his voice you can hear.
Help me get her out of my heart.
Yeah,
If I
so
had a
he's
heart, I
going to
get
be
it.
performing with our. We're going to have the Q&A with him. Then we've got a special music set paying tribute to the Beach Boys, and Al is going to pop in and do a couple of numbers with our musicians with that as well. The gentleman in the black shirt, Alan Rich, very well known in the music scene in Los Angeles and across the country and around the world. You might be familiar with. He's got lots of nominations and awards. I Want to Run to You, Whitney Houston. That is to Alan's credit. Don't start crying.
Writer?
That is a beautiful song.
He was the lyricist for that song.
Okay.
James Ingram, I Don't Have the Heart. One Fine Day, that starred George Clooney and Michelle Pfeiffer. That was his song. And the funny thing is, Alan has got so many connections with a couple of other performers that will be on board as well. Frida Payne, a great story. This young girl who grew up on television. Biggest hit, of course, and she is an actress, but her biggest hit, of course, is Now That You've Gone, All That's Left Is a
Band of Gold.
Oh, wow.
And
I love that song.
she'll also be signing her book, which is called Band of Gold.
Of course.
She is great. She is full of life. She was on the Hollywood Walk of Fame just a couple of weeks ago with some of her friends. She spoke as they dedicated a star to one of her friends recently. Up in the top corner, Kimberly Locke, one of the finalists from American Idol, who's also performed on ships, also did the tour of Donna Summer, the musical.
Wow.
She's a great singer.
She can sing. She's going to tell her story, and then she's going to perform in our Piazza party on the last night. So guests can actually dance.
Last dance for
all of that.
I wish I could sing.
There's a fellow just down there in the corner, Leo Rossi. He's a local. He was tour manager and roadie for some of the big bands, Fleetwood Mac, Led Zeppelin. Great storyteller, and he's got some nice little tricks up his sleeve for our guests on this amazing cruise.
What a lineup!
On the 21st, and it's a lot of fun. Overnight in San Francisco, Ensenada, and of course San Diego as well. So going to be a lot of fun. If you love music, this is the cruise for you.
October 21st, beautiful Discovery Princess, 7 days.
Yes,
that is amazing.
Yes.
Oh.
Now, of course, you may have seen this already, but we've posted on YouTube the making of Sun Princess. Now, Adam Savage has done a series of videos going behind the scenes. The latest one was with Denise Savas, our Vice President of Entertainment. And he did a behind the scenes of the Sun Princess Theatre, which is going to be nothing like we've ever experienced before. So Adam is going to be on board from Mythbusters, and he's going to be talking about, Sun Princess, and of course the TV show Mythbusters. Special dinner hosted by Mr. Savage as well. And again, I believe that will be something we'll pop into the post of how can you have dinner with Mr. Savage. But trivia for the kids, we're going to send them upstairs. Won't be many kids on board, but we're going to send them upstairs, and he'll be up there with what families we will have on board as well, giving the kids a treat of Mythbusters.
Phenomenal.
Yes, really is.
What a lineup.
Oh,
Everyone's favorite, because we launched Princess Perfect Weddings. Love
Yes, we
this.
did. Yes, we did. First cruise line, I believe, to actually have formal weddings on board with Grand Princess way back in the 90s. Now we're taking this whole wedding experience to the next level. We really are. Special meet and greet events with Randy as well. Bridal gown consultations. I mean, this really is a one-to-one experience that, who gets to do this on any other cruise line? This really is an exceptional experience for our guests sailing on the Regal Princess December 3rd. So,
It's a
you know,
great sailing for new brides. She just brought that up and she's absolutely right. We are the original love boat. Nobody can do this the way we can do it. So forget, you
Right.
can do engagements with Princess Perfect Weddings. You can do
mhm,
renewal of the vows, which, by the way, I am tempted to do that. This year was my 30th anniversary. So I think when we're
Oh
sailing in
yeah, you
December,
should.
you know what? Why not give George Roy a heart attack? I think it'd be great. I love him to be embarrassed. And we're going to have our kids on. I think I'll have my daughter, who's 22, be my flower girl, and let my
wow.
26-year-old son be my ring boy. What do you think, Marsha?
That
Can
would
we
be
keep it a secret?
lovely.
Because,
Yeah.
Carmen, think of it. Nobody can do it better than Princess, right?
I
Our
love them.
guests will have an incredible wedding experience. And it all starts off with this cruise where you can almost have a one-on-one consultation with Randy and the team. So come
That's
aboard
priceless.
the Love Boat, get married, get engaged, renew your vows. We're all there.
Priceless.
Priceless. All right.
Wait, but pause before Japan, because I got to
Yes.
tell you, what a lineup. Congratulations to you and Denise and the entire
Thank you,
team, because
Chris.
I know teamwork makes the dream work, and it does take a village. This is what an amazing lineup. It is incredible. Oh, I got to retire so that I could just cruise year round. What do you think? I'm serious. That's now my new North Star. I want you all to know that.
It is. It is.
Thank you for all those details, Chris. We've had lots of questions as we announced those theme cruises, so hopefully you've answered some questions about what's going to be going on and
Yeah.
that their clients can get booked. And then, like you said, we'll get back to them about whether something
Some
is
of these
an
questions.
additional
And
cost. Yeah.
We
someone
will.
said, Chris, just so you know, the 80s theme cruise that we had at Galveston was a major success. You got to bring it back. They danced all night, and I've
Yes.
seen pictures.
Yes.
Very popular. And now we're actually having an 80s theme night on board all of our ships moving forward. It's actually going to be an actual theme. As we know, we've had our 50s rock and roll night. Well, we're kind of progressed a little bit now to the 80s. So that will be on all the princess ships moving forward. Because
Oh,
we,
that'll
we
be
Yes.
love
fun.
a little bit of George Michael or Boy George or Duran
Oh,
Duran.
my goodness.
Yes, it would be nice. I can't wait.
An era of great music. Thank you so
Amen.
much, Chris, for joining us
Thank you,
and for
Chris.
sharing all of
Thank
your
you.
behind the
See you
scenes
on a
info about
cruise.
these things.
Fantastic. You bet. I hope
Bye.
it's October 1. I want to be on with the Wagner family. I thought Mr. Wagner was single, so that's why I just had to throw that in there. I could have unlimited Camas for the rest of my life, my friend. Wouldn't it be great?
That would be great. Well,
Japan.
let's talk about Japan. So I'm super excited. So let's just start off by saying that this is just a quick overview of Japan 2025. We will do a later deep dive because myself and one of my business development managers, Dana McCullough, were able to go on a FAM to Japan in February of this year, and it was fantastic. We have so many great pictures and experiences to share with everybody. So we'll do something dedicated to Japan later, but here is a snippet
Perfect.
of what we've got going.
Perfect.
So on sale now for Japan in 2025, we have 35 departures, 36 destinations, 7-day to 22-day voyages, and a whopping 10 UNESCO sites. It's really unmatched.
That's amazing. And Japan is hot. And Marsha, I muted myself because I'm hearing some background noise or some
Okay.
s-
Is
scruffling.
it
So I'm
from
not sure
me?
if it's your hair. I think so. I muted myself.
Okay. It might be me. Okay, I'll try and sit still.
It's the
I
beautiful
move a
hair.
lot.
There you go. So do I. But hey, I'm here to help, right? So it's all
Thank
good.
you.
Except they don't want
Thanks
to
for
hear
letting
from
me
me,
know.
but that's okay. Japan is super hot. I'm being told by
Yes.
everybody it is one of those, bucket lists. Now we want to get back to business and back to traveling the world and be global citizens. So it's
Yep.
exciting.
But like in true princess form, we are all about actually the destination and infusing that for the guests on board our ship. So we purposely are opportunity to see 5 local festivals on these voyages. So including spring flowers and the amazing bloom.
Destination and cultural immersion, which is critical.
Yes. And then to top it off, we have an early booking opportunity. So you got to move quickly on this one because this early booking opportunity ends September 15th.
That's next week, folks.
It is next week. And insider scoop is that it's not going to get extended. So
That is correct.
get it booked, right? So it's up to $1,600 in onboard spending money and up to $400 in shore excursion credits. So again,
which is super unique. And this is the destination you are going to do heavy shore excursions because it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
And then, of course, our additional, Princess Captain Circle member savings is phenomenal. Those are available through November 30th. I want everybody to know. But it's the early booking offer that ends September 15th.
You want to get people booked and taking advantage of that for sure. So we have a 10-day Circle Japan with the Nubuta and Summer Festival. That's round trip Tokyo. I've been to our pier in Yokohama, and it is beautiful. Diamond Princess is also very beautiful and actually purposely built to travel in Japan and give you a cultural experience while on board the ship. So the more ashore gives you the Mori or the Nubeta Festival, Kochi for the Yosakoi Festival, and the Tokushima for the Awidori Festival as well. Those are tongue twisters.
Excellent lineup. I'm glad it was you and not me. Hello.
But August 5th of 2025 on Diamond Princess. And like Carmen mentioned, Japan is selling really, really well. So you should absolutely be talking to your clients about this. When I was in customer relations, I remember getting stories from guests who were actually writing to thank us for giving them the opportunity to see Japan in familiar and comfortable accommodations, right? So going somewhere like Japan where English isn't the first language, all the signage and everything is in local languages, it can be overwhelming and a little bit intimidating. When you do it on a ship, you get to go out and see everything that Japan has to offer, and then come back to like the comforts of almost like a moving home, right? So I just remember getting goosebumps reading from people who were saying like they would not want to experience Japan in any other way than on a Princess cruise ship.
Makes sense to me. I think that's the absolute perfect way to do. Oh, and spring flowers are amazing. I mean, you see all the beautiful photography.
Amazing. Wow. Oh, look, this one's on my birthday, March 25th, 2025. 225. I got to go, Carmen.
You got to go because you went this year. We're going again. I need to go for the first time. I'm just saying we have a great relationship, obviously, with the Japan Tourist Board. So the JTB, they always do these great presentations with us whenever we're at CLIA, Cruise 360, Cruise World. And it's absolutely incredible. It's what an amazing destination. One of the few I haven't been to. So
I'd like to go back because we went before the bloom. We were there in February. And the bloom is usually March, April, right? So it's known for spring flowers. And our cruises range from 10 to 22 days during that time period. We have a 10-day Japan Explorer that actually focuses on spring flowers. That's round trip Tokyo, March 28th, 2024 on the Diamond Princess. And then we have 10 and 11-day sailings March through April. Those are 20 and also 22-day sailings available as well. So lots to pick from, and you hit a lot of exciting ports: Shimizu, Kobe, Matsumaya, Hiroshima, Busan, Nagasaki, Kokushima. Lots of amazing ports to call into.
And a combination, you can make it up to 20 or 22 days, which I absolutely love. I love when we do that, right? Because I think it offers all sorts of options.
Okay, so a 10-day Hokkaido, round trip Tokyo, that's June 4th and July 10th on the Diamond Princess. And then we also have an 18-day Hokkaido that does the Circle Japan sailing on June 4th. So you get to go to Kushiro, Kotaru, Jeju, Koshigima, and Tokyo.
Again, phenomenal.
Amazing sailing.
Phenomenal. No, incredible. And the combinations, the highlights of Japan, that's pretty spectacular, right? If people have, and then the land, I love the way we do land. So I think this is critical.
It is. So people often think of us about our Alaska cruise tours, right? And of course, phenomenal. but we do just as great a job doing cruise tours in other destinations, and Japan is one of them. So we're offering a 13 to 15 nights, including 5 nights on land. So really what it is that all of our Japan cruise tours are giving 5 days on land, pre-cruise, and then you get on the ship and you can do an 8 days or longer cruise, right? So that's how you end up with 13 or 15 total nights. 2 nights in Kyoto, 3 nights in Tokyo, and then it's also the opportunity to be on the bullet train to Tokyo, right? We got to do the bullet train
That's
from
awesome.
Tokyo to Kyoto. It is an amazing experience. So we'll do another deep dive because I have so many pictures to share and so many experiences, and I want to recommend that you guys see certain
I was just gonna
UNESCO
say, I wanted to
places.
see your own stuff, right? That
I
would have been
know. Next
exciting.
time when we can
Next
spend more
time.
time on it.
Next time.
Yes.
Okay.
But we have a very special guest who you guys got to meet in person, on camera for the first time last webinar. So Mr. Joe Franco is going to join us. And as promised, he's going to go live. Welcome, Joe.
Yes,
Did you
I
bring
am.
yourself in?
Hi,
He's going to go
Joe.
live and cover the second half of OneSource for us.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And we're gonna mute ourselves, Joe, because I don't know if it's her or me, but I've been muting and it's not me. So it's all
I'm
you.
gonna mute. It's
Please,
probably me.
please. I think Marsha, that was
All
probably it.
right.
Okay. All you, Joe. Let's go.
Okay. Well, hi, everyone. So last time we went through I'm just going to quickly do a recap because we've got a lot of announcements, some really cool stuff coming up. So hang in there. We've got our love letter winner. So that'll be exciting. So just real quickly, I'm going to take you through top level stuff and show you one little trick. Okay, just to recap, last time I mentioned the training, everything's here that you need. I've seen a lot of things in the questions. How do you sign up for seminars at sea? It's right here, Love Fest. And the new ship inspections, not imports. Ship inspections are here, Carmen, along with all the recordings of webinars. And the webinar link right here now, when you go to it, this is where you're going to register for upcoming webinars. We put it right at the top. So consumers can't get to this. Only travel advisors with a
Thank
OneSource
you,
login
Joe.
can get in.
Thank you, because that was the feedback we were getting, and you've turned that around in such a quick way. I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate that. And so do our travel partners.
You're welcome. Okay, so a couple other things, and I wanted to go over because we have so much going on here. A couple other great things here. You can see time-saving tips here. I hope you can see it. Maybe I'll just make the screen a little
I
bigger.
can see it. You know, I'm always challenged with my little glasses. I can see it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and you can hide us too, Joe. Hide us and.
Oh, I thought I did. Hang on, let me try it one more time. There we go.
There we go.
We're
So
hidden.
time-saving tips. These are videos we've put together. Some of them are 3 minutes, some of them are longer, but you can see there's things about Polar Online, how to navigate through deck plans, the differences between Polar Online chat and OneSource chat. So there's a lot of resources for you. And then there's our sales secrets, which are done by our BDMs. Oops, that's not it. But these are videos, you never have time to go through and navigate through a website. I never do. But here, our travel advisor, our BDMs have years and years of travel experience. And they share some of their best little tips on groups and, traveling tips. So it's something to play around with if you ever have time. But more importantly, I want to go to the marketing stuff here. This is exciting stuff. And I went through a lot of the destination stuff last time and showed you like our programs here. These are all the new, as they are announced, Japan 2025, you see all the sales tools here. We kind of showcase them. Alaska just came out, South America. And we do put the toolkit all in one block so you can download everything at once, or you can just get the things you need. We also break things out by the destination. And I just wanted to kind of give you an example, like here's Caribbean. And at the top, you've got your program launch stuff. Then we have flyers for you that you can use and customizable flyers. You always see those in the travel agent newsletter. And we're always saying, hey, you can use this to go to your clients. And I was going to show you really quickly how you can do this. So here's a Galveston customizable flyer. You download it and you see all these X's and everything like that. Here's a little tip. We don't lock down any of these PDFs. So you could go right here to our reference flyer for the Caribbean, and you could look up Galveston. Let's see, where is it? It's the Western Caribbean, right? Western Caribbean. And you can just go in and you can, since it's not locked, you can pick up the dates. You can cut and paste it right into your customizable flyer, and everything ends up in there. You can do the same with the ship and you know, add your fares. It especially with like a long Europe vacation, you know, which has maybe 10 ports, saves you a lot of time, but you can just pop those in. So we have those all over the place for every destination we sail. Now, one of the things, as you go across this, just so you know, view all is down at the bottom. There's a lot more than the eye shows here. For instance, here, sales programs and benefits. If you hit view all, you're going to see all the sales programs, and we have a ton, and a lot of these can be layered upon when you're combining different promotions. But our How to Grow With Us pamphlet is right at the top, and that really is your primer for what Princess offers to travel advisors. But I saw things in the chat today about Princess Upgrade. We've got flyers here and information. Princess Easy Air, the cruise packages, Princess Plus and Princess Premier is always a hot topic. Princess Vacation Protection, group sales. We just actually upgraded and updated all the group sales tools. So that's something you may want to download. Cruise sales, this is the time. We just updated our new to cruise pamphlet, which is great guidance for you guys to, you know, target people that are new to the brand or new to cruising altogether. So it's full of tips. And it goes, as you can see, the list just goes on. There are so many tools in here, and everything has flyers and information on those pages. And just, you know, here's our group thing, and you can see everything's just, it's all there. Let's see, I'm going to wrap this up. So that's great. One last thing, ships and onboard, two last things. When you go under ships and onboard here, you've got everything. Deck plans, this is an easy thing. We've got the interactive ones, which come off princess.com for you, which is great for your clients. But you also have the printed ones here, and you can download either a complete fleet one or by ship to, if your clients want something like that. We also have the path of travel decks, which these are deck plans that show for the accessibility throughout the ship and the best paths for your clients. And every webinar, we get a lot of ADA questions. So they're right
Joe,
here.
these are huge because one of the, I think, most popular things that our business development managers get asked about are the deck plans. So they're all nicely stored here for you, that you can print them and make them bigger, because we also know that sometimes when we put them in our brochures, we're limited on the size, right? Until we hear feedback that they're not big enough, but you do have access to them here. So that's exciting.
Yep. So let's see here under this. Oh, of course, medallion class. We've got plenty in there. And like I said, there's just so many tools. You just need to know they're there. And I'm going to just end on the last one here, because I think this is really important. And I can't remember if I went over it last time, but really quickly, we have social media tools that are not branded, don't send you to princess.com or anything like that. They are banners that you can post on your Facebook page, and we've got a ton of them. And they're for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We have sizes for Pinterest, and there's one I'm forgetting, but they're all here. What is it? Oh, Twitter. Oh, I got to change it to X now. Great. But you can see here, we've got they're separated by destination. We also have them packaged by different kinds of brand experiences, celebration groups, shore excursions, entertainment. And then down at the bottom, we also have them packaged. If you're just a Facebook person, download the entire Facebook collection. Or if you're just Instagram, we've got them there. And then at the bottom, we have some videos, and we continue to add videos here. They're short 30-second, 15-second videos that you can download, and then upload to your social media page. So that
Hey,
should
Joe.
do it.
Lisa asked if we can share those deck plans with consumers or guests, and yes, you can.
Yes, absolutely.
That is
And
fantastic.
yeah, so like I said, there's let me stop sharing, and there's you'll see we have them by the ship, including the new Sun Princess and Star Princess, and then we also have one PDF if you want to just download the entire Princess fleet. We have that compiled there. You'll see that. So we
Great
try to
stuff.
There's a
That's
make
a
it
reason
lot
why
of
easy.
it's called
effort.
OneSource, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the reason it's called OneSource, because it really is one-stop shopping. It's fantastic. And
Yeah.
there is so many assets that you and the team put together. I mean, it's extensive. So love it. And I think we need to keep including that. I know, as you all know, I said back to school, back to business. It has been very busy, Joe and Marcia, this week in the office. Very busy. Phones are ringing off the hook, which is a beautiful thing, because we do have availability close in and we have availability 24, 25. You got to see it all. So let's get to the news, notes, and reminders so everybody
Oh,
knows
real
what are the
quickly,
promotions. Yes,
I
Joe.
just want to add, it's not all me. I have a great team, Ann and
Yes, you do.
Brandon, so they deserve a shout out
You
because they
do.
help create all these tools and keep them up and
And
current.
keep them.
So,
They're rock
Anne
stars just like you
and
are.
Brandon are
Thank you.
fantastic.
Yes,
all
they
right.
are.
Well, thank
Thank you.
you.
Princess
Thank you,
Plus, it
Joe.
pays to plus. We continue to talk about this. And without giving specifics, there are certain brands that have changed their offerings. We have not. That makes us an even bigger value why it pays to plus. It is still $60 per day per guest. We added the casual dinings. I don't worry about the new stuff, right? So there you go with Premier as well. What you got to remember is the three anchors, folks. This is what our guests want. Whoever tells me they don't want gratuities, I don't know what planet you're living on, because that's a done deal. Matter of fact, even when we pay plus, gratuities are key. You know
Yeah,
who our guests are on board family members. That's what that's for. Thanking them for the amazing
I
job they do.
I do. I remember,
Wi-Fi
Carmen,
and
before
package.
before we had the packages, that was like our
Mhm.
number one asked thing was, how do I pay
Absolutely.
my gratuities in advance? I want to take care of it now.
This makes it seamless, whether it's plus or
Hmm.
premier. Maybe you don't want to do the $80, the $60 per person per day. Trust me when I tell you it is an amazing value. Forget all the other great stuff. I look at the gratuities, the anchor. It is amazing. I want you to scan this, because this is our FAQs. And I've taken a lot of heat because we've done the it pays to plus, and we are adjusting our comparison sheet because there have been changes made, which then it'll be glaringly obvious what an amazing value this is. And I remind you, and now that we don't have any consumers on, you do get commission on Plus and Premier upfront. I feel so comfortable saying that. Where the last two
Yeah,
webinars, I feel like I've been like completely, can you do
we're
that?
like,
Can you
should we?
silence me?
Right.
Well, no, because all of you amazing travel partners don't want your guests to know what commission
Yeah,
is about. They
yeah,
shouldn't know. So I'm just
yeah.
glad we had this new format. It'll take a while for folks to, and we promise next time we figured it out. So there'll just be one invite, one link. You'll be good to go. But go ahead and scan that, because again, now more than ever, it is a value. Thank you, Marcia. You led. Talk about breaking news and an initiative, because talking
Yes.
about commissions, this is huge. And you know that
So,
ASTA just put out a huge article about those cruise companies, those suppliers, it's not just cruise lines, who do, in fact, pay commissions in advance of the actual voyage. And we're one of them.
hmm
But go ahead.
yes. So you probably are all very familiar with the fact that we pay commission at the time that final payment is made. So that could be on final payment date, it could be before. So whenever you make final payment, we pay commission soon after that. Of course, there's a little lag time because of processes in getting commissions paid through our payout system, but it's paid as soon as possible. The other thing is that in the last couple of years, we've added all of these new exciting ways for you to upgrade your guests to different things and also continue to have an earning opportunity. So after you final paid, they might decide that they booked standard initially and now they want plus or premier, right? And so once you get that done, in the past, what would happen is we wouldn't pay that additional commission until we did an audit of that voyage. So that was taking a long time. Or unless you called in to tell us, please pay out my commission. So we saw that as an opportunity to make this easier for you. And what we've done is we've made it so that you're still going to get paid commission at the time of final payment. Any upgrades that happen, so it could be upgrading the cabin. They might participate in the auto upgrade program with us, or again, they might add Plus or Premier. Any upgrades that happen after final payment will now get paid on day of sailing. So the day of the
Fabulous.
voyage sails, there's another run that's going to go through in our automated process to pay out any other commissions on that booking for you. And there is no longer a need to call us to ask to have that
Thank
done.
you. Thank you.
Yay!
It's all about ease of doing business with. We want to be a pleasure to do business with. We don't want folks calling in. We're doing it. So as we remove these pain points, I promise you we listen to your feedback.
We
Okay, what
do.
else have we
This
got?
came from you. This came from
That's
my
huge.
visit with accounts. So
Seattle Air
Seattle Air Advantage.
Advantage. We have to do a webinar just on this because
We
that
do, and we're going to
was
have to
phenomenal.
bring in a specialist, right, to explain it to us and make sure that we get all this right. But the gist of it is that we now have a package that you can add on where you book round trip air to Seattle, and then we'll get you to and from your cruise tour. So we know that one of the barriers to doing cruise tours and the northbound, southbound options is sometimes the air, right? And so this is now available in 2024, and we are going to do a deep dive on it. And we're creating a flyer to give you all the details because I was hoping to give a QR code on this page, but our flyer is
Not
not
yet.
ready yet.
Yeah, it's
As
not
soon
yet.
as we have
And
the
we
flyer,
got
we will
introduced
absolutely
to
share.
Tuesday. Anthony did a great job, deep dive. I
Yeah.
think this is phenomenal. We've had it in the past. The first time I've seen it, we didn't have it last year. So it's great that we have it and just look for it. It's coming to a
Coming
webinar to
soon.
connect with Princess with you.
Princess
Oh, don't
Cafe.
feel the love Galveston, y'all, the cafe. So these are wonderful experiences, and we had a lot of texts that folks came back. Again, pop-up cafes, and we're out of Galveston. That's considered Caribbean, folks. We have
It
so
is.
much availability. The ship is gorgeous, 50% more occupancy because it's a bigger ship, and this just lets us introduce Princess in Texas. So I think it's phenomenal. Austin, which I love, at the Pecan Street Art Festival on 16, 17. And then at the end of the month, they've got the Texas State Fair in Dallas, which is, but you're talking the heart of Texas,
That's
my friend.
exciting. I
Come
want to
feel the
go.
love out of Galveston, y'all. Do I sound
So
like I'm from
you and your
Texas?
clients, make sure you're telling them to come down and
Amen.
do the Princess
Yes.
experience. Food,
Yes.
fun, plenty of festivities. Pop up Princess Cafe. They don't want to miss it.
Fantastic. And then
Seminars
we'll
at
go quickly
sea.
here, right? Because I want to get to love
Yes.
letters. So Seminar at Seas, we've added 3 new dates. There's the QR code. We'll always give you QR codes at the end. So we know about Seminar at Seas. We're coming
Where to
quickly. The
sign up?
next slide. Well, yeah. Love Fest, coming quick. We only have a few left, right? So that's
Yep.
it. There's your shipboard. And actually, Shoreside was yesterday. So I've put in a call to see how it went. In Jersey, baby. Can't wait. We'll have more in 24, I promise. Love letters. So we have our
Love
first
letters.
winner. So what we asked is, and you saw it. Chris talked about Randy Finoli, right? That's why I'm wearing
He
like
did.
red and burgundy the whole month of September.
I
And
have
we
my
just
Love
want to make
Fest
sure.
T-shirt on.
I can't see it. It's off the frame.
Oh,
Maybe it's just me. I'm gonna have to. There you
mm,
go. I
I got
might
to
have to
sit
wear
up.
my Love Fest. But I read. So today's winner, I'm going to let you read it, Marcia, because I get verklempt. I absolutely love to hear people why they love our brand, and I thought it was such a great tie-in, right, to our Princess
It
Perfect
is.
Weddings launch, and as we build up to the Randy Finoli voyage. So read our letter, and then we're going to do the drum roll
Okay.
and tell you who the winner is.
Yeah. So we'll read the letter first, and hopefully you'll recognize yourself here, and then we will announce the winner. So, dear Princess Cruise Lines, you ask me why I love Princess so much. The answer is simple. It's because I love seeing my clients happy. I love seeing them enjoy themselves and have the time of their lives. I love how they get pampered. I love I love that they think the food on the ship is outstanding. I love seeing the excitement when they return home. I love hearing about their stories and seeing their amazing pictures. I love that Princess loves to make this happen for them. For that reason, I booked myself on a cruise to Alaska to see all this for myself. Along with me were 13 other travelers. We had the best week, the best weather. We ordered that up for you, of course.
Of
And I
course.
gained repeat clients on on the Discovery Princess. My first time cruising with Princess, but not the first time booking my clients with Princess. Now I can truly say I love Princess. Love your TA.
Drum roll,
Drum
please.
roll.
Who's today's winner? Rhonda Clay. I love it. Congratulations, Rhonda. I think that's phenomenal. You're our first love letter winner, and I promise myself that the next webinar, I'll be able to do the reading of the love letters. Just so you know,
Yes. Yeah, Carmen's turn next time.
that's
That was fun.
fabulous. There's a lot of
Yeah.
love in there, right? And we want to hear from you because you're a third party endorsement. We want to hear what
Yeah.
it is that your clients love about our brand. I mean, celebrating love, we own love, and it's year round, not just that month of February or that one Valentine's Day that people, the rest of the world celebrate. We celebrate year round. It is in our
Yes.
DNA. And it's not just romantic love. Rhonda did a great job of talking about the happiness, the food, everything that's on board that people love about the Princess brand. So
Yes. Thank
congratulations,
you,
Rhonda, our first
Rhonda, and
winner.
congratulations. We'll be in contact to
Bravo.
give you details for your cruise.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Fantastic. And of course, we've extended, this was critical, very, very important. So we've extended it through October 31st up to 50% off. And then we added that best price guarantee, which is an amazing, we announced it last time. So again, early booking sale extended through October 31st. So then we'll have our next November one, getting us ready for the month of November. I don't want to think November or Halloween. And then I know we have
Okay,
a couple questions. We're over by a few minutes, but I'll let you take them away. Let's see
sure.
what
We'll
we
do a
got, Joe.
couple. And I'm going to leave this on our QR codes in case people need to access.
Fantastic, which we love. Fair bundle. Get that toolkit, please. Pays to plus. Oh, and theme cruises. I know where I'm going October 1, just saying. Okay,
Okay,
how can we find out earlier about theme cruises? This is a very good question because we want to wrap around some affinity groups
we
if we
do.
know what the theme cruises are. So I guess that's a great question.
Yes. So themed cruises, we've like sprinkled them in here or there, but now we're really getting ourselves going. And we do plan to have multiple theme cruises for options in 24 and for 25. And we're going to do a better job of talking about this much earlier on. So this is the first opportunity that we had to share it with you when we put out all the information about theme cruises. But again, we will be better at sharing this in advance so the excitement can be generated at the time people make their booking.
And more importantly, you can do groups against it, right? We talk about wedding groups. There's so, I mean, wine, food pairing groups right there. I'd lead a group and could possibly be a full ship charter. That's how many winos I know in my circle of
There,
trust.
Nathalie has suggested, Carmen, and she's not the first one. There's been others who suggest that you should do a theme cruise or a FAM and lead it yourself because it would be very popular.
Sounds like something for 25.
Yeah.
Because we're back to business and I'm traveling all the way through until December 16th. Then I'm off. Not really off. I'm
All
still
right.
working, but I'll be back home. Okay. If my client upgrades to Princess Plus through me, that would be you, our valued travel partners. After booking the initial cruise, do I get commission? The answer is yes. You just saw Marcia say it. You get commission. And now we've automated that. So you do not have to call the contact center. Do
It
not
will be
call.
paid
Do not
on
call.
sailing day. Yep.
Yes, it will. Next question. We'll take two more. How do we book a reservation in your new casual dining venues? That's a great question.
Yeah. So the casual dining venues currently do not take reservations. So they're
That's
first
what I
come,
thought.
first serve. Yep. So you just actually need to do that when you're on board the ship. Just walk up to the venue at the time that you want to go, and they're able to accept you. And you might have a couple minutes wait. Sometimes they have a little buzzer thing that they'll give you.
But I got to tell you, now that we've added this to Plus, right, and Standard
Yep.
doesn't get, and we've made all the changes, we heard the hoopla. Believe me, I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things, just when I think of GG's, right? I mean, come on.
Yep.
We think about waits.
Alfredo.
That's the whole thing. Alfredo's an hour wait. No, you want to be able to come in and have a meal. So let me see. My crystal ball tells me there's going to be less wait times. You betcha.
I agree.
Okay. One more question. Oh, if we have ideas for theme cruises, how can we communicate with you to make the suggestion, Mr. Chris? Not you specifically, but the brand.
Yeah, I mean, we listened to everybody. So, send those messages, to Marcia and Carmen, and we'll see.
Send it
We'll
to your
pass it along to
BDM.
the powers that be.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Send it into your business development manager.
Listen, we're big about affinity cruises, and I already gave my idea, Scott Baio Fan Club cruise. Chris, let's make that happen in 24, whatever it takes. Okay, I'm just saying. But that's a great question. Okay, one more, Joe, because I know we're over by 5 minutes, but I never want to leave questions. Okay, when are the cherry blossoms in Japan? I thought that was April, May, or did you say March, April?
March to April. That's the height
Perfect.
of the season.
There we are. Phenomenal. Okay, I want to thank Chris. Thank you. You were phenomenal, obviously, and you've got an amazing position. Never fear. I've only been here for 15 minutes. There's no way I have those kind of connections. But if you need an assistant, just let me know. I think I know what my future will be. So thank you for being with us, for imparting such great wealth of information, and congrats to the team for putting this together. And you heard it from our travel partners. They love theme cruises. They can get a lot of business. Okay. A
Ooh,
romance
Romance Rider.
writer theme cruise.
I love that
Love
one.
that.
Mm.
I do too. Oh my God. I'll even bring my Kindle with extra downloaded
Love and
books.
romance.
Amen. And what a perfect brand to do it on. The love. But that's a big one. I love that one.
I like that.
Me too. Super exciting. So September 21 is our next webinar. Marcia,
Yes,
we'll be
it
there.
is.
Thank you, Janice. I so appreciate it. And yes, this is just for you, our travel partners. I want to thank you. We listen to your feedback, and we know, quite frankly, we cannot succeed unless you succeed. And we so talk about love you for entrusting your clients to be our guests. So thank you so much. Feel the love. We'll see you on the 21st. Thank you for joining us, everyone, and for being so amazing. Such great partners. Have a great one.